Hi, welcome to the Dieku podcast and the Dieku Game Pitch. And joining me today is Peter. And Peter is going to be talking about Feathertail Falls, a new game that is going to be kickstarted or is in the process of being kickstarted. So first of all, Peter, welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, very good to be here and chat about Feathertail Falls. So I've been working on that with Max Philippi, who's a big friend of mine and an illustrator. So we've teamed up before on tabletop RPG projects, and also released one game before this on Kickstarter as well, called Incarnis. And that's actually been my favorite project I've ever worked on. So that kind of led to us now working on Feathertail Falls, which is a role-playing game for Mausritter, where you play tiny mice. You venture into a kind of place, a fairy tale-like place, where there's been rumors and stories and legends about mice who can fly. That's kind of the basic premise.
Cool. Well, before we get into that, where are you coming to us from today?
So I'm coming from the Netherlands. I live near Utrecht, which is a very nice little city.
Right on. And we talked previously before this interview, and I backpacked in my early 20s through Europe and spent some time in your area, and you were likewise in my area, which is Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So what a crisscross there.
Yeah, it's no competition there. You you win. I had a fantastic time there.
When it's minus 30 degrees Celsius, you win. So
yes, I've heard the stories, but I was fortunate enough to be there in the summer.
Cool. Well, let's jump right into Feathertail Falls. You already talked about a little bit about it. It's a Mausritter adventure. Have you always been a fan of Mausritter?
I discovered it last year and quickly became infatuated with it. So I really enjoy the kind of old school games that have very simple rules and have a lot of freedom for players to just figure out the situation by thinking inside of the fiction. And Mausritter really does that very well. So after playing that at a local game store with an open table game I run there, it kind of escalated into a new adventure, which I really wanted to share with people and hopefully develop with the community following. So
cool. And for those that are unfamiliar, Mausritter is by Isaac Williams, and I believe it's based upon Knave or Maze Rats. I can't remember which one right now off the top of my head, by Ben Melton.
Yeah, it's inspired by both Into the Odd and Knave.
Okay, Knave. Okay, and then so they did a beautiful box set. That's on my to get list, is the Mausritter box set, and this zine probably pairs quite nicely with it. So, or adventure collection. So, just tell us a little bit about what we're going to get in your zine.
Yeah, so the idea is to have an actual physical zine you can own, or if you want to have a bit more kind of a bit more quality at a higher tier, we're trying to recreate the same kind of pamphlets per adventure site. That is also what you see in the box set you were talking about right now. So there's either the zine or the kind of pamphlets for each adventure site. Both are an option, so that you can have a campaign setting, which is Feathertail Forest, and then a set of adventure sites that you can run inside that setting.
Cool. And tell us a little bit about Feathertail Forest.
All right. So, as I mentioned when we just started, it's basically this place that's always assumed to be kind of a fairy tale land and not really true, about mice that dream to fly. But depending on how the game master decides to introduce the setting, they can use adventure hooks that let the players know that actually this is a real place, and actually there might be something to those stories. So when they come there, they'll find it in a kind of dormant state, and the players will be able to kind of awaken factions that used to live there but kind of have been petrified. And the way they approach that, the way they choose to maybe awaken one faction first and kind of just decide on how to handle that, will influence how then the setting changes and unravels. It's not a place where there are typical mouse settlements, so you're on your own. You don't have safe places handed to you, and so instead the game gives you ways to create your own mouse burrows and kind of find some form of safety, basically in a base building kind of manner. And it's how exactly the stories of flight are related to the reality is a mystery, but of course you will be able to find some treasure or and items that will allow you to approach flight, and hopefully as much as possible. Yeah.
Cool. And your artwork, very evocative. Can you just tell us about the process?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the illustration of Mausritter. We kind of use the same approach as in with Incarnus, where we really want the development process to be a back and forth between the game development and then the layout and illustration. So rather than having a page and then a placeholder for artwork goes here, Max and I are constantly going back and forth about how we want this to look and how we can present the rules in a way that has a nice synergy with the art style. So it's very much back and forth. Max is also a role-playing game lover, so I have opinions about what the art should look like. He has opinions about what the game should look like, and so it's a real collaboration there.
Cool. And you said this was not your first collaboration, so you guys have developed a nice working relationship?
Yes, absolutely. It's something that felt like doing more, so that's how Feathertail Falls came into being.
Cool. Yeah. And just share with us the different levels that people can support you at.
All right. Yeah. So we basically have to start with the digital edition that gives you everything that you need to play the game. It'll be on itch, and so if we do an update on that particular itch page, you'll be able to have those as well for free. Then if you would prefer a physical copy, the kind of essential version is the zine booklet. So that's just more or less 40-page booklet with everything contained in that booklet, plus the PDF files. You'll get those as well. Mausritter uses item cards for your inventory, so you can print and play those item cards using the PDFs. But like I mentioned, one step above there, we really, the zine edition is very good for reducing your shipping costs. So we wanted to do that for an approachable version of the game. But we also really wanted to kind of imitate the box set, the official adventure collection, the estate. So we also have a deluxe edition where we do just that, with the trifold adventures, with the inventory cards, a little campaign booklet. So that's the version where you have this thick cardstock for your adventures, and then also for the cards. So that's really nice. And then lastly, this is what we did in our previous in our previous projects as well. Fancy Mouse Edition is exactly the same thing as the deluxe edition, but then you also get a custom Mausritter themed art commission where you can tell Max what you would like to have, and Max will do an art commission just for you.
Cool. And you, I've seen other Kickstarters run into problems when there's too many custom things, so I hope that doesn't happen to you. But yeah, I know everybody seems to like those, so it's a good pledge level. And then just tell us a little bit about yourself. We know where you're from, but just talk about like what it's like to design and like what got you into design in the first place.
Yeah, so I think that if you play role-playing games, it kind of happens naturally, which is a process I really enjoy. So if you play role-playing games, it's a very open experience, and you very quickly run into situations where the rules don't quite apply, and that might inspire you to do more, to make something yourself. That's definitely been the case for me. I'm a big fan of kind of system discovery, and then if there is no system there, perhaps making your own. So that kind of snowballed from playing role-playing games to making little hacks, also together with Max, who was my game master years ago. And that evolved into making standalone little zine games. And yeah, like I said, it's been my favorite project so far. And now working off Feathertail Falls, it's been the same experience.
Cool. And I mean, obviously my channel's pretty much devoted to game design in general. And so I totally, I'm in line with, just loving to explore systems and different games and just kind of seeing what else is out there. But tell us where people can find more information, as well as obviously we'll have the links in the video description below. But tell us how long the campaign is going to run for.
Yeah, so the campaign is going to run until the beginning of March. I don't remember from the top of my head. I think March 10th, something like that. It's a 30-day Kickstarter crowdfunding. So you can find it on Kickstarter if you click the link or just search for Feathertail Falls. And right now it's halfway funded. And very excited to see if we can make it happen.
Cool. Well, it looks like an exciting project. I'm going to make sure that people know that they can find it through the links on the video description. And let's make sure that we get it across the finish line for you. All
right. Fantastic.
Cool. Well, I just want to say, thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your game design. And I really hope it's going to be a successful project, and it's the first, or not the first, but it'll be one of many more to come.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
Cool. And if you are an indie game designer and you want to come on Game Pitch to share a little bit more about what you're doing, feel free to go to diekugames.com/gamepitch and tell them Game Pitch Gary sent you.
Hey friends, are you looking for a game that is not Dungeons or Dragons? Well, we got exactly what you need at Dieku Game Pitch. We got zines, we got OSR, we got adventures. But wait, there's more. We got solo games, we got journaling games, we even got card games and dice games. Oh hell, I don't even know what kind of game this is, but we got it. And if you visit us in the next 2 minutes, you're gonna get all the zine quests, zine months, itch fund and backer kits, Kickstarters that you can't handle. Visit us at www.diekugames.com and tell them a Game Pitch Gary sent ya.